Gentlemen, Happy New Year, and welcome to the College Football Playoff quarterfinal at the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential. My name is Kevin Marr. I'm with the Big 12 Conference. Alongside with me is Mr. Rick Pedraza, our umpire. I'd like to take this time right now to recognize our important guests right now. First off, the president of the Tournament of Roses Association, Mr. Mark Levins. Next, the Grand Marshal of the Tournament of Roses, Mr. Irvin Magic Johnson. Gentlemen, the coin, please. Thank you.
Okay.
The coin has two logos on it. One side has the Alabama Crimson Tide logo. The other side is the Indiana Hoosiers. The coin toss winner will be determined by whichever side's team's logo is facing up. Got it? Ready to go. Here we go. Alabama Crimson Tide has won the toss. They've elected to defer their option till the second half. You want the ball. Which direction would you like to kick? Put your back over there, please.
So we'll see Mendoza and the Indiana offense up first against this Alabama defense. Here we go. And the line drive kick will sail out of the end zone, and the Hoosiers will start at the 25-yard line. 22-year-old from Miami looking to throw in the first play, feels pressure, and the Tide will get a sack right away, and that's Yanze Pierre, who's emerged as the top pass rusher on this team. It's the 19th time all season that Mendoza has been sacked. 2nd and 12. Handoff inside, and that's Hemby. Hoosiers the #1 offense in terms of third down conversions, 56%. Need 4. Mendoza harassed. 2 sacks for the Tide in the opening series. That was Bray Hubbard. Boy, they have struggled all season, Kirk. We've seen it plenty to find a pass rush. It has suddenly arrived at the right time.
No doubt.
The last couple of games, Mitch McCarthy to boot it away. He seldom was punted this year, as the Hoosiers offense has been so prolific. That's not one of his best. Going off the side of the foot and rolls out of bounds. Empty backfield on the first snap, dealing with some crowd noise. This is a pro-Indiana crowd in Pasadena. Simpson has plenty of time and now tries to create on the move. Hit as he gets it away. It's hard to pick 2 impact players in that defense. There's so many of them. And here's a catch on the perimeter. They want to get early touches for the electric Ryan Williams. He's brought down quickly by Jamari Sharp after a 4-yard gain. It's been a struggle for Alabama against Power 4 teams. Last 5 games, under 30% conversion. Here comes a late blitz underneath. It's the running back, Daniel Hill, who makes the catch and stretches for a first down. Aiden Fisher, tremendous middle linebacker. He's the green dot that communicates with the sidelines. He was barely set when they snapped it that time, wasn't he? Simpson play action on first down, feels some pressure, and tries to create on the move, and to check down to Cuevas over there, who is starting the game, and that's a good sign for Alabama fans. First 4 plays for Alabama, passes. And now the first run. Hill has some space on the left side, hurdles, and picks up another first down. Big 366-pound tackle. They believe they can perhaps overmatch a quick but smaller defensive front. This time they try the right side with no success.
But Indiana makes up for it with a lack of size, with tremendous quickness and the scheme itself by a lot of movement with that defensive line. Their goal is to penetrate. They want to get upfield to try to disrupt the offense's rhythm and let those linebackers, 21 and 4, clean it up.
Bama got to the line very quickly, so plenty of time to adjust what the Hoosiers were showing. Simpson looking to throw quickly. Finds Hill behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll lose yardage. Devin Boykin. Jam Miller now the back. Hoosiers are showing pressure. Don't bring it, except off the edge, a free runner. Simpson has to heave it downfield on the run, and it's almost intercepted. Ryan Williams had to play DB to prevent the takeaway. Drops that point, kicks it high with backspin, and it's going to bounce, and on this nice soft turf. Fernando Mendoza, the 4th Quarterback here is the 5th in his family to carry that name. And hand it off to Kalen Black. Short gain.
First 2 dropbacks. Alabama, again, they are dialing up pressure, very confident that they can come after him. Indiana needs to respond with some quick throws.
There's another run to Kalen Black. He bursts forward and sets up a 3rd and short now. See what Signetti calls on 3rd and 2. They get Mendoza on the move, and he flips over the middle, and it's a completion for a first down to Elijah Surratt in front of Xavier Brown.
And on 3rd down, where Bama has a chance to get him off the field, he makes a great throw off schedule.
Excellent receiving core. They got 4 main weapons, and that tight end Nowakowski. That's Surratt again on the edge, and he just plows forward for about 9. 2nd and short. Pitch it to the edge again, and one more time it's Surratt, who can't escape the tackle of Brown that time, and they're going to spot him just a little short. So 3rd down, about half a yard. Nowakowski, the tight end, playing the fullback position in front of Hemby. And Hemby hit hard in the hole by Justin Jefferson, but it's a first down. It was the safety Hubbard who made the stop, but the Hoosiers backed up deep. Got a little something going here now, and it's Hemby off the left side. Indiana very, very balanced.
We're thinking, what the heck is he doing with the fake throw? There's going to be a lot of times he's going to not hand it off because the look of the defense, pull it and throw it. So he's just trying to create some doubt on that 2nd and 3rd level of the defense of whether he's handing it or throwing it.
2nd and 9, the Tide show pressure, but don't bring it. And a downfield shot, and caught on the sidelines. Getting the foot down was Charlie Becker. 30-yard strike. Hoosiers at the Tide 40. Kalen Black picks his way, and they're so good at finding little creases and falling forward, what they kind of call dirty runs.
Absolutely, Chris. This is, I just want to go back to this play. Hubbard blitzes. This is you're going to see a lot of. Here he is on outside 80. Look at this move against Xavier Brown. Moves to the inside, sells it, and then both receivers, Cooper and Charlie Becker, wide open against that man-to-man look from Alabama.
Mendoza throws a beautiful downfield ball, doesn't he?
He really does. And he was able to set his feet and make the throw on time.
Second and 5, 10th play of this drive. Black falls forward again. Doesn't look like much. And these guys, I think, run bigger than they actually are.
They get the attention of the defense, especially the linebackers and safeties. And again, that's what sets up the RPO and the play action game when they get to one-on-one shots.
Yeah, both guys about 210 pounds, but that's a little deceptive. Quick pitch to the perimeter. Catch made by E.J. Williams. And Xavier Brown wrestles him down. Williams, a tall, long-arm receiver, a physical player, excellent blocker. And again, handoff. Black powers forward for a first down. Hoosiers muscling down into the red zone. You see where they end forward progress as the Indiana faithful going crazy. And off inside to Hemby. The Hoosiers are scary efficient in the red zone. First of all, they've had 65 red zone trips, which is a crazy number, but 47 touchdowns, Kirk. Mendoza 5 for 5 since those 2 sacks in the opening sequence. 2 tight ends for the Hoosiers, and a timeout taken by Signetti. Get things sorted out. Mendoza and the Hoosiers trying to punch it in here. 2nd and 9. Hemby motions out. Mendoza took a peek that way. Now throws into the middle. And the tight end, Nowakowski, is drilled by big Tim Keenan, elite nose tackle. 3rd and 9, final 30 seconds. Hemby runs right into traffic. You're right, that play had a weird feel. The operation was a little slow.
Yeah, the play got into him a little bit late getting out of the huddle. You know, this is, he's saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. He's fully aware of what's going on. Come on, I need the call. He's doing everything he can there. That's the universal sign, so I need help. Give me a play.
Knocking on the helmet, trying to see if the microphone wasn't working, maybe. So here comes Niko Radicic for a 31-yard field goal attempt. Missed just once. It was against Ohio State. Didn't end up being costly in that Big Ten championship game win. Visited with Radicic yesterday. His parents come from Croatia. He moved to Texas, and he was encouraged to join the football team as a kicker. Those guys said, soccer's nice, but we need you on the football team.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job.
Tremendous year. Football was wet. They had to change it out a little bit. That's why the delay here. So they don't reach the end zone, Kurt, but a 15-play, 84-yard drive, 8:40 off the clock. From their 3, ending up eventually at the Alabama 13.
Mendoza's looking, guys, play clock is running down. I need a call. Keep in mind, they got a chance to score a touchdown here. It's 3rd and 10. You're thinking they're going to throw the football. Instead of calling a timeout, they break the huddle. They run right up the middle for no gain. So they miss an opportunity. They still can get a field goal, but miss an opportunity at a touchdown.
Mike Shanahan is the play caller up in the booth. So after all that, 31-yard field goal to cap a long march by the Hoosiers, and they draw first blood. Win Warren as the kickoff specialist for Indiana, and Lazier Brooks will watch it sail over his head. Kevin Riley is the back for Alabama as they take over from the 25, and he's got the football running left, and he'll be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle for loss trend of this defense is a feature every single game. Nobody really does it better than they do. Hoosiers trying to break that trend. I prefer to say 6-0 for the teams that have played a playoff game coming into the quarterfinals.
But it's just interesting. When you get to bye, you're supposed to have an easier path, and so far 0-for.
Handoff and won it again, and Riley dropped by Hosea Wheeler, and Isaiah Jones is going to be 3rd down and 8. Block destruction is what all the opponents of Indiana have taken note of. They do it superbly. Play clock at 5 as Simpson drops, and he's going to try to run for it. Can he get there? Gets a block, and Simpson's going to be grabbed. It's right near the marker. I believe they're going to spot him a yard short. Aiden Fisher eventually tracked him down. Offense on the field on this 4th down. Early gamble if they actually snap it. Right now, Hill is set up to take the direct snap in the backfield. Hoosiers crowding the line, and Indiana spent a timeout on defense. Blake Dowd is out there. At least he got Indiana to spend a timeout. A little interesting formation here as they go up like they're going to fake it.
Not Indiana. They're not jumping.
That's Simpson in there. They noticed the quarterback was in there. It wouldn't normally be in punt protection.
Nope.
And they're not biting.
Nope.
So many guys who played so much football. Kurt said, no, come on.
No.
Look who you're playing. That's
like I said, one of the least penalized defenses in the country, play with tremendous discipline. They were not budging. I'm sure they were not fooled by the way, Ty Simpson, a quarterback, lines up as a personal protector. What's he doing out here?
And nobody to push him, by the way. Had he taken the snap and attempted the sneak, they couldn't have done a push.
Now they call a timeout. Now wait a second now. Now they're bringing the offense out. Here we go again. How about this? After the shenanigans, we think they're going to punt, but no. They're coming out with the offense again.
Well, the offense is on the field. That is a fact. If
Did
they're
they
going to snap
not see
it, play.
Did they not see his facial expressions? He was not impressed.
That's a really plot twist.
This is big. Wildcat again.
Simpson far to the right in that bunch set. Bernard comes in motion. They pop it to him, trying to get the edge. And he's not going to get there. Indiana with a 4th down stop. As DeBoer rolls the dice and Isaiah Jones spoils the plan. Roll the dice and came up craps. Remember that decision. It'll be second guessed if the Hoosiers can punch it in here from the Alabama 35. Mendoza pressured again and escapes. Trying to create on the run. A flag is down in that offensive line pit as Mendoza scampers for about 5.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a hold on Indiana.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Hemby off the right side. Stiff arm. Gets around the corner, and Hemby gets all the yardage he needed for a first down and 2 more as Bray Hubbard could not contain him over there.
See that hole open up, and then he makes Hubbard miss.
Play with tempo, give it right back to Hemby, who falls forward for a couple.
Yeah, this is a team that believes they're going to be able to run the football on anybody they play.
21-yard run there. They're averaging 5 yards a carry, the two running backs for Indiana so far. Second down, Mendoza broken up. Tried to find Becker, and closing nicely was Deshaun Jones to break it away. Yeah. Showing pressure. Here it comes. Mendoza has time. Lows end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Becker! Mendoza on fire early. The 21-yard strike.
Becker's lined up out here. Gets a one-on-one opportunity. Watch the block by the back. Really good job of picking up the middle linebacker. And you give him soft coverage like that, Becker has enough twitch. We just bragged about how Deshaun Jones made a great play in front of him. This time he fakes to the outside, a stem, goes to the post, ball's out on time, up where Becker at 6'4" can go up and make a play, and comes down with the first touchdown of the game.
The 3rd and 8 touchdown. Becker, who's one of the fastest receivers in
this football program, and where they have been able to blossom here these last couple years with Kurt Signetti. So many big moments.
Brooks is going to give it a go from the goal line and test the coverage of Indiana, but the Hoosiers fly down and stop him right at the 14-yard line. To be an emotional, excitable guy, Simpson has been inspiring at times for this team, and now, just like against Oklahoma, they're down double digits. Simpson on the move. Williams makes the catch. Slung down after about a 5-yard gain by Sharp.
And they're watching their Hoosiers in paradise, up 10 on Alabama.
The sun is beginning to come out here, bursts through the clouds, and Simpson on the move finds Bernard. Bernard had some space there. He got ahead of Aiden Fisher. There'll be no panic from Alabama. A battle-tested team. We talked about the comeback in Norman. That throw was off target. Tried to find Bernard, but Mikhail Kamara was providing pressure off the edge. Kind of got in the way of the throw. Well, they talked about the contingencies without Daly being in there. Guys kind of shifting around, playing different positions, but holding up well so far. Landino with the stop. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Running the ball continues to be a struggle for Alabama. Early stages here. On 3rd and 10. Simpson had some time. Coverage was good, and he's flush, and he'll be stopped by Ndukwe.
Right now, he's uncomfortable. And when he gets uncomfortable, because they rely so much on him in the passing game, this offense does a lot of 3-and-outs.
Jonathan Brady back in his hometown, LA native, catches the punt, and he's got a little space. Spun out of an arm tackle, falls forward, and the Hoosiers already up 10. Will take over at the 45-yard line. See if Shanahan is thinking the same thing. Well, it's a play fake. He's got pressure, and he'll be sacked for the 3rd time. The 2nd time by Jan Zapier was a problem. 9 sacks now on the season. They'll run it on 2nd and long. You get a nice chunk back with Alan Black. Picked up 7, but it'll be 3rd down and about 12. Well, they attend to him, who will step aside. Hoosiers need 12 on this 3rd down play. You can see as he went down, did he land on the football? No, that wasn't the deal. 3rd and long, good protection, zip down the middle, ball is caught and then bounces loose. They'll rule it incomplete. They now say incomplete. Dejon Lee came in and popped. Thank you for getting football moving. You didn't disappoint. I know you took a step, but I get your point. Great play by Lee there. The Alabama crowd actually booing. They wanted it to be a catch and a fumble, of course. And the punt was going to be a fair cut by Cole Adams. Simpson looks to throw on 1st down, squeezes it in there. Short gain by Cuevas.
He's trying to find some rhythm throws, quick game to get the ball out of his hands. 2nd
and short. It's Hill. And makes the short catch and falls for a 1st down in front of Hardy. I wonder how patient will play caller Ryan Grubb be with that run game, who's just been very, very hard to run on all year. Remember, this is a defense that allows less than 11 points per game.
Well, we've not seen Cam Miller yet. He doesn't have a carry today.
Repeat Hill again. And big fellow lowers his shoulder. That's a productive play. Picks up about 5 on first down. It's the reason why Hardy and Fisher have made so many tackles. Simpson across the middle again, and a tough catch made by Ryan Williams. Alabama looking for a play to jumpstart this attack. That might be it. Another short throw to Hill. Not much after the catch. By getting him early touches, they want to build on the confidence, and he should be feeling pretty good about himself after that catch. 2nd and 7. Riley is the back. Isaiah Horton is in motion, and Riley's going to be dragged down. So a 2nd and long run, and Dominique Ratcliffe made the play. Bama 1 for 4 on 3rd, needs 7 here. And they get something going before halftime. Four-man rush, plenty of time. Simpson escapes and not going to slide. He's going to stay on his feet. Lost the ball as he was hit after getting first down yardage. Indiana takeaway. Isaiah Jones recovered it. They specialize in creating turnovers, and there's another one.
Yep.
Once again, Kirk, great field position on this Alabama defense. Is in a position to try to keep this lead from getting any bigger. It's like Kalen Black is okay, but Hemby was in the ball game for that carry. Not turnover prone all season, just the 13th turnover by the Tide. Indiana, of course, is tremendous at taking the ball away. 26 of them, and that's Mendoza with the keeper. Mendoza trying to buy time, kind of weaving, swerving, and somehow finding space to scoop for a first down.
This is a big series for both teams.
I hear you. Awkward but effective.
Yeah.
Typically he scrambles horizontally. That time he goes up the middle and trying to get the perimeter as Hemby does get around the corner and picks up yardage inside the 40. Got 8 yards that time before Hill made the tackle.
When I say it's a big series, a big opportunity for Indiana, huge for Alabama. They go down 17. It's a long road. This isn't Oklahoma.
And he falls forward. Yeah, it's an Indiana team that really doesn't beat themselves. The Sooners were complicit, certainly, in that Alabama comeback.
They're fixing the chain right now.
That's what Cignetti was fired up about. That's why he's saying, let's go. Get the chain gang fixed. But he said he graduated at Cal. He said, my classes at IU have been online, so it really allows him to spend a ton of time on focusing on football and focusing on prep. And he would tell you the big part of his success this year has been the prep. He feels like he has the answers.
It's a chess match to him.
Yeah.
They're reviewing the spot here to see if it was correct. Right now they're saying it's 3rd and about a yard. Bill Lamagna has his hand up. I call on you, Mr. Lamagna.
Looked to me like he had a first down.
Clearly, yeah.
At least by a yard or so. So I'm not sure what happened there about where they picked up. Maybe the chain.
Blame it on the chain.
Well, it could be because if the chain snapped or something. Maybe the wing looking at the chain couldn't figure out.
Did you ever do a Rose Bowl?
No, because when I was on the field, it was Pac-12 and Big Ten, and you had to have
Gotcha.
neutral officials.
Well, you're one of the best. I can't believe you didn't get your shot.
I had a chance to do some others, but
I know you did.
being
good
here
ones.
with you guys for 6 years in a row has been phenomenal.
Oh, isn't it great?
Great to have you.
Not a bad view.
To follow up what Holly was saying, when Mendoza went to New York for the Heisman Trophy ceremony, nobody's ever done this as a finalist. Asked them to send him pictures of all the past winners who were going to be there with some bios so he could study up what these guys had done, in case he runs into Mike Garrett. And that is incredible. Think about that. No one's ever done that.
You didn't tell me that. I had no idea. The big thing is, did he pass the test? Did he go up to Mike Rozier and say, hey, how are you? Good to see you, Mike.
Hey, those
After
2,000
further
yards you
review,
had
the
back
ball
there in 83 were
carrier
tremendous.
reached the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Shows you how he thinks, man. No stone unturned on his preparation. It is a first down. And clearly, shake off mistakes and not let it bother you. He's done that. It's been very noteworthy. That's why he's a Heisman winner. There's a handoff running left. And banging off people is Hemby. Another big play. And Indiana.
Like I said, they're thinking touchdown.
Kalen Black is back in the game now. He's in the pattern, and it's a check down to him. Makes the catch, and Black quickly accelerates. First down near the 15. Got 11 more.
He's got just a different gear. Here he is just checking it down and then making a linebacker miss, getting upfield.
Tempo. Quick pitch to the sideline again as they are operating with efficiency, which might be Cignetti's favorite word. Mendoza spreading the ball around. 5 guys have caught passes and running well. Black down to the 5. Interestingly, Omar Cooper is a tremendous receiver. Maybe the play of the season, the catch at Penn State. Hasn't been targeted yet.
You're watching him run right now all over Alabama's defense.
30 seconds to go. And with 1 timeout, no urgency there. Barrels for 4 more down to the doorstep. No more timeouts to work with. So they're looking to throw. And Mendoza flips it. Easy pitch and catch. There's Omar Cooper Jr. And Indiana stretches the lead before halftime. What a show by the Hoosiers in the first 30.
Yeah, man coverage. And Omar Cooper, who's been making plays all year for Indiana, just runs away from Xavier Brown. It was a mesh concept, but really it was just the speed of Cooper. He outran Xavier Brown. Mendoza knew it all along, just waited for him to clear and just put it out in front of him for the touchdown.
Cooper lines up primarily in the slot. He was hurt the first series against Ohio State. Wasn't right in that game. Now back close to 100% and finally gets involved in a huge way as they take that Ty Simpson fumble and move it 58 yards for a score.
Yeah, the efficiency. And Kalen DeBoer 0-6 when trailing at half, so that trend will have to change.
We're here. Right, great first half for the top-seeded Hoosiers of Indiana. Comprehensive, complimentary football. They've been playing it all season. They lead 17-0. They're just good. Sorry. Everybody aware of the importance of this opening possession of the second half. And they do what Ohio State was able to do, chip away against Miami. It wasn't enough, and there's a loss. Austin Mack is the backup. Very, very little work this season. You know, Simpson, who is a tough guy, will try to grit it out. 2nd and 12, pressure comes, ball batted down, just rejected by Landino, one of your impact guys who's made a big impact here.
Another 3rd down and long. They're 1 of 5 on 3rd downs.
It's a receiving corps that the Hoosiers are very respectful of, but no targets for Latsier Brooks, who was huge in the playoff win over Oklahoma, a couple touchdowns, and Isaiah Horton also not yet targeted by Simpson. Protection holds up, long throw, it's Cuevas, but no chance. Not much after the catch for these Alabama receivers today.
No, they get you down. They've been doing Indiana's defense, the secondary, and the linebackers done such a great job. They're a great tackling team.
I think any points from Indiana, like on this possession, and it becomes a real long shot for Alabama to climb back in this game. Dowd with the punt. Brady drifts back. Coverage is good. Nice punt, but the gunner is sprinting down there. Brooks making the play. 50-yard boot.
Do not take your foot off the gas. Continue to execute the way you did in the first half.
4 seasons under Saban at Tuscaloosa, including the 2009 championship season. And they came here and finished the job. Tremendous success in his first 2 seasons in Indiana.
An experience of going places where they didn't win, didn't have a history of winning, figured out how to win. So I think that's what has made him be able to figure this out so quickly in Bloomington.
He's a very gifted evaluator of talent. That's partly what he did for Saban as a recruiting coordinator. He continues to win and continues to defy expectations. You just can't believe that an Indiana football team can be this good. Never quite seen a turnaround quite like this. It's not just the number of wins, it's the things they're achieving. Beating Ohio State to win the Big Ten.
Just kind of finds room, good blocks downfield, gets behind them for first down yardage.
Black spun down. Yeah, most of the time when you see him scramble, he's running kind of parallel to the line of scrimmage, getting around the corner. He's a couple times today come right up the middle. Mendoza on the move is being chased, but he's going to get away from Big Tim Keenan, get around the corner. Ball knocked to just as he stepped out of bounds, but that is a scramble into Bama territory, picked up 12 more.
This has got to be frustrating for Kane Womack and the Alabama defense. Just cannot come up with any answers to get Indiana be off schedule, get him behind the sticks.
Pitch to the edge. This is Cooper. Had the touchdown late in the half. And he is going to drag Red Morgan.
Tom Allen had some great moments, especially the COVID year in 2020. But things started to slide, and when Cignetti came in, I think there was a much bigger commitment from the university making football a priority.
Wow, just continues to do what he's done all season long. Bounce off people.
It feels like Alabama, it's just strange to see. They're just existing.
Because if Indiana builds on this lead, another potentially time-consuming drive as Hemby picks up a couple here.
They've just been, after that opening drive, it's been them dictating things really on both sides of the football.
Mendoza scanning, and once again will take off. Goes right up the middle. Talk about frustrating again, whether it's a design run or a scramble. He picks up 8 more.
A lot of times just off schedule and creating, but there's no eyes on him, so he just sees grass and he's taking it.
3rd and 1, looking to throw. Launching to the end zone. Surrounds out there. Touchdown Hoosiers. Pouring it on. "24-yard strike." And the Hoosiers hammering away on Alabama.
So you run it, you scramble, and at some point, they've done it all year. Mendoza's going to find a one-on-one matchup to one of his guys. This time it's Surratt, who's one-on-one against a true freshman Lee. A slant and go, isolated one-on-one, perfect route. Beat him by about 5 strides, and an easy throw for Mendoza for the touchdown.
They've had short fields in their first 2 touchdown drives. This one, 79 yards in 10 plays. Seeing your team play all season. Yeah, I know they feel like it's a dream of a dream to win the Big Ten. To get here, they are rolling Alabama, and there's going to be a change at quarterback. In comes Austin Mack. So now let's see Austin Mack, 6'6", redshirt sophomore from Northern California. I guess you got to take this like one completion at a time, just one down at a time.
Throw it 55, 60 yards easily. So he's got all the physical ability, just hasn't played a lot of ball.
Now, very few meaningful snaps. Simpson's played vast majority, just 13 for 16 as a passer. On the move here, big fella, pump fake after he was beyond the line, Mahomes style, and gets out of bounds at the 39. Big time, looking at a Big Ten semifinal. The Hoosiers finished the job here. Went to Eugene and won. Very hard-fought game. Mendoza came up clutch late, but Oregon peaking at the moment. Mack steps up, slings it downfield. Jeremy Bernard in stride, tight ropes down near the 30. Couldn't quite keep his balance, but right away this Alabama offense, and now the timeout. DeBoer sprinting down with the play clock winding down. And Austin Mack in for Ty Simpson. It's his game from on out, and he finds Cuevas on the sidelines. Nice throw. It's going to be 1st and goal. Mack and Cuevas, of course, hooked up and each played for the Huskies under DeBoer. Williams goes in motion. And Mack on the move. Lowers the shoulder and will be knocked down at the 5. Picked up 4 yards.
Yeah, I tell you, the guy's playing with a lot of poise for not having a ton of experience. Indiana, the best red zone defense in the nation.
Mack from the pocket, slings it to Hill. It was an inaccurate throw. He had to go backwards, and he'll lose yardage on the reception, loses 5. Got to hurry here. They came out of the huddle late. Actually, they did get a reset of the play clock. So there is time on this 3rd and goal play. Got a couple plays to get the 10 yards.
He either ball needs to come out, or he needs to make something happen with his legs.
Hoosiers showing pressure against the young quarterback. And they bring it. Mack stands, delivers. It was behind Brooks, who takes a huge shot after the incompletion by Lewis Moore. 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team out.
I'm surprised that they're going to do that. A good job, again, of simulated pressure. They showed pressure from the left, ended up bringing it from the right.
For Connor Talty, up and down season, but he finished strong from 28 to get Alabama on the board here. Final 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
to what this offense has been able to do. Mike Shanahan and company, the offensive coordinator, adjusted well, got Mendoza in position to run the ball better and gave him time to throw.
Tide showing more man coverage also than they have all year, but the Hoosiers have been able to beat that as well. And Mendoza almost flawless, frankly.
They've been playing again on their terms most of this game.
2nd and 10 run. Black spun around and knocked down after a 2-yard gain by Taylor. High rate. That's why this was a much bigger challenge for Bama than coming in behind against Oklahoma. They bring pressure here. Mendoza again gets it out. One more completion against the blitz, and that's Nowakowski, the tight end, rambling into Alabama territory, bouncing off people. Final minute of the quarter, they hurry and run the play up the middle. Look out! Oh, a shoestring tackle as Black almost got away from Hubbard for another touchdown. Picked up 16.
Long, they've done it all season long. Offensive line coach Bo Bostad deserves a ton of credit for what he's done with his.
How about this Indiana offense? 154 yards rushing, the same number passing. Perfect 50-50 talent.
That's pretty good.
Black bursting free. Hoosiers punctuate an incredible performance. And we still got 14 minutes to go.
Just a matter of time until one of these backs hit that second level and accelerated through it. Ends up being Kalon Black. What a job again. I'm going to brag about this offensive line all night long because they deserve it. These backs are talented, but what a job with the execution of what they're doing up front. Alabama, when you're getting run on like this, it's body blows, and you get into that 3rd and 4th quarter, you start to get drained emotionally, and that's what we've seen here today. Indiana has more rushing yards than Alabama has total yards. This is the Rose Bowl. They're at the Rose Bowl, and they're up 31-3 on Alabama. This is like the greatest day in their lives.
Basketball provided some great moments.
Oh, but I mean,
Indiana football
fan.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's incredible.
Then Austin Mack put together some positive throws and a field goal drive on the move and just fires it into the bench.
So it happened a lot faster than I think anybody expected, but this is not a surprise to him.
Not at all. Mack, he'll be sacked. That's the first sack of this Hoosier defense, and it comes from Mikhail Kamara. 40th sack of the season. But they've had a bigger impact than that one sack would suggest. They had 13 pressures of Alabama quarterbacks. That's a good number. And on 3rd and a mile, miscommunication as Mack fires the ball. No receiver in the area. Isaiah Jones was bringing some pressure.
You know, this subjective world that we live in with teams, who should be in, who should be out, all that kind of thing. Bama has definitely hurt themselves as far as their reputation on this big stage, not just this year, but overall.
No doubt. I mean, they haven't performed well. Mendoza has used misfits and cast-offs. That he admits that's kind of gotten overplayed. These are a lot of really good football players who are very experienced, and there's nothing plucky about this underdog group here. This is a sheer display by a really talented, well-balanced team.
I'm going to debate you on that because they are now. What they were before they got here, they were a bunch of guys that just kind of had a chip on their shoulder and have something to prove. That's why they're up 31-3, and they're playing like it's 0-0. This isn't enough for them.
Oh, no, I don't disagree at all. That wasn't my point. I'm saying that just this program overall, this group out here in the field is not some long shot, plucky underdog team.
Not at all.
To some, that stuff seems corny these days, but it's very real, and it is a huge part of their success. As Mendoza on the run just continues to sling it downfield to Omar Cooper Jr. Hoosiers look hungry here. Hadn't had a target until the touchdown that he caught late in the first half. Back to the ground game, and Hemby off the right side falls forward for about 6. Holly?
You talk about the guys that came from a lot of different places to be on this team.
Looked like a pig roast. That was the week after they had beaten Oregon, so he's breaking free. Hemby has time to find the end zone. Alabama being humiliated against Indiana
this is
team.
embarrassing. Pat Coogan, the center. Drew Evans, the left guard. Right guard, Bray Lynch. Khalil Benson, the right tackle. Watch this entire group and watch just how they work together. Left guard picks up the nose guard. Center climbs up to the linebacker. Then you throw in the physicality and how tough the backs are with him being black. Man, I know Dan Lanning watching this game. I know he's already seen them. But the Hoosiers are going to be rolling into Atlanta with a lot of confidence. This is a different Indiana team because they're battle-tested, going to Oregon, going to Penn State, going to Iowa, beating Ohio State for a Big Ten championship, their first outright since 1945.
You don't see Ty Simpson on the sidelines. That big shot. Now he's back out here from the locker room. Having his equipment taken off. That big shot in the back that forced the fumble. Not really able to throw the ball comfortably after that. Very, very, for him, sad ending this season. Some conversation whether or not he will return for another year at Alabama. I know you believe that would be the prudent choice.
Yeah, I think he should. Really helps guys develop so they're more prepared for that next step.
Mack, meanwhile, a pitch. That sentence you just said makes perfect sense. But
I don't think anyone's left a seat from the IU.
they haven't taken a seat. They've been standing the whole game. You brought it up. This is like a soccer crowd.
Yeah.
Ball better in the air. Almost intercepted. It looked like Tyreek Tuffer got a piece of it. Mack, long throw, catch made on the sideline by Bernard, and it's a first down near midfield.
Yeah, big arm. Shows it there from that right hash.
Interesting dynamic. We're about to see one in New Orleans with Georgia and Ole Miss and begin to focus more on Indiana and Oregon part 2. Mack, sideways throw. Catch made over there by Hill, who struggles to get out of bounds. We're going to see more and more rematches between teams in the Big Ten and the SEC.
Very different defense that Trinidad Chambliss will see.
And this pass rush coming after Mack, a second sack. This by Boykin. And they're going to try a reverse flea flicker. Mack finds Williams, who catches it way behind the line. Gets a couple blocks. Ryan Williams, look out. He is electric with the ball. And big play coming way too late, but they get it 26 yards down to the 31.
But one thing I'll say about Indiana is don't expect them to get out over their skis as far as thinking in uncharted waters, oh no, they're going to get a little bit too big-headed. They're going to get a little bit too many pats on the back. That already happened when they were in Indianapolis. They beat Ohio State in a Big Ten championship. They got a lot of pats on the back. Did that affect them? They showed up ready to go today. I expect them to be the same kind of team when they head down to Atlanta against the Ducks.
Well, Signetti, of course, who was under Saban, uses the rat poison as Williams makes the catch, uses that rat poison, and a heaping helping of rat poison. You know, collectively, Mendoza winning the Heisman Trophy and a bunch of other awards.
Because you're not seeing a lot of guys that are just just messing around and just having a good time. They're still kind of locked.
I don't see any of that going on. They're not messing around over there.
Okay.
Pressure again, and off the hands of Riley out of the backfield. By the way, you saw Signetti's face. Does that not look like our buddy Nick? 3rd and 3 here. Those are the Indiana starters who's still in there on defense, bringing pressure off the edge. Mack flips it down. Hill's not got a bounce. I think one of the visual takeaways for me from this game, besides all the plays they made, is right here. This arched eyebrow. Love that eyebrow.
That's scout. Oh, you can do that eyebrow. You got to look down.
It's a 4th down play. Mack, hit, and loses the ball as he's sacked for a 3rd time. Boykin has had a couple of those sacks. Still no smile from the coach, but they get the stop. First game as a Heisman Trophy winner, 14 of 16, 192, 3 touchdowns. Came up with some clutch runs as well. Alberta's pretty good too, by the way. Redshirt freshman, went to the same high school, Christopher Columbus High School in Miami, that Fernando did. I'm going to go back to high school, and Fernando Mendoza is a picture of perseverance. Not a lot of offers. 17 football camps, 17 of them that mom drove him to as Alberto scoots out of bounds. Just trying to improve as a player, but he's a speedier guy. Very elusive runner. Pulls it this time, did not escape the tackle. Wide run from Kobe Martin, who gets a rep in the Rose Bowl. Georgia fans have not had a lot of love for Beck since he left. I don't really quite understand that. It was kind of like a
I'm thinking more
mutual
about
idea.
Beck being fired up against Georgia.
No doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. History has been meaningless here today.
I think they got movement. Yeah. Alabama moved. I don't know if the ball may have moved. That's on Bama. It's a first down.
Penalty, first down.
And the Hoosiers erupted like that was a huge, significant moment in the game. Anybody at the beginning of this season contemplate blasting Alabama in the Rose Bowl to move on to the semifinals?
138 years of football in Bloomington. And this football game represents the pinnacle, I think, for this program. The fans, they beat Ohio State in Indy. They just
He smiled.
They just,
Wait, he smiled. I'm sorry to interrupt.
We got to rewind that. They beat Ohio State in Indy for a Big Ten championship, which is huge for them. They show up at the Rose Bowl. They haven't been here since 57 years. They beat Alabama 38-3, and now they're going to be favorites to win the national championship.
They are the odds maker choice with Ohio State losing last night. You're right.
Look at this is great.
They may not leave the stadium, these fans. The celebration continues over here.
Yeah, you got people crying. It's incredible. This is great. Good for them. Congrats to Indiana.
The Hoosiers hammer Alabama here in Pasadena and head to the semifinals.